Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to Anime King. And today I'm going to be giving you part 26 of What If Kurama Gave Naruto a Dojutsu. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual. Share it to all of your friends on your social media platform, and also go ahead and check out my second channel. I just posted a new episode of Naruto, the God of Shinobi. And after this, on this channel, I'm gonna be posting What If Naruto Went Back in Time. So remember to stay in tune. And if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice, what you waiting for? Go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join the Anime King family and be a part of the channel. And also, comment down below and tell me if you're new. I will be replying to all of you. So thank you for your help and your support to you all. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. Start the intro. You can change. You satisfy the rage in me. Take away my pain. You satisfy the rage in me. So the last time we left off, Naruto was given a mission as he was a team leader. His first mission where he was a leader because he's now a Jonin, where he had Anko, Kurenai, Kiba, Haku, and Kakashi on his team. And Kasumi also did the transformation jutsu to turn back into a dog and hopped in his jacket because she's now half human, half dog. So yeah, the last part we left off, Naruto and his team finally made it at the rendezvous point. If you guys haven't yet checked it out, switch across to the playlist and enjoy for yourself. So let's start this new episode. Naruto and the others has finally made it to the meeting point. Naruto had given them 15 minutes to go over the attack plan again and rest up. The sun was going down and the stage was set. Naruto and the others wait in the trees as they watch 5 stone shinobis came out, and 3 sound shinobis came out as well into the view. Naruto narrowed his eyes. There were 2 Jonin and 1 Chunin from the sound, and from the stone village there were 2 Jonin and 3 Chunin. The Jonin from the sound and the Jonin from the stone began to talk to each other, as Naruto then gave the signal as Haku and the others got ready. Kurenai started to go through hand signs while Naruto activated his Byakugan to scout the area. Do it, Haku, Naruto mouthed without speaking. Haku nodded and threw the scent bombs at the Chunins as the needles whistled through the air. No one heard the sounds as the Chunin from IWA and the other from the sound got struck in the neck, making them fall over dead. The enemy gasped and readied their kunai as a Jonin sensed around their area, looking where that came from and what was attacking. Come out, we know you're here, one of the Jonin from the stone yelled. Naruto smirked as he, Kiba, Anko, and Kakashi exited the trees, making the enemy gasp. Kono has come, huh? You're here to stop the alliance of the sound and the stone of your pure destruction, another stone ninja said, while Naruto then walked to the front. Well, whether you like it or not, you're all going to get hurt. So just hand over the document or we will have to kill you, Naruto ordered in a demanding tone. One of them laughed as he then charged at Naruto. If you want it, then try and take it, you little brat, a sound Jonin said to him as he charged at Naruto. Naruto then pulled out his fire sword as he charged at the man as well. Naruto and the man clashed as that engaged everything as Anko, Kiba, and Kakashi charged at their targets. Haku finished her job and went to join Kiba with his problem. Kurenai also finished her job as she gave the last sound Chunin an invigorating nightmare as she then silenced him. As she then followed her orders and stayed back in case of reinforcement by the enemy. With Naruto, as Naruto was pushing back the sound Jonin, as he also had a sword, as the Jonin was as complete shock that Naruto was so skilled. Wow kid, you're actually good, the man said. Killing you might prove to be a challenge, but I'm going to enjoy it. Naruto smirked as fire blazed around his sword. He then cut right through the man's sword. The man flipped back in time as he didn't get his head cut off. The man quickly went through hand signs, fire style, fireball jutsu. Naruto stood still without moving, and when the fire was close enough, Naruto used his sword as he ripped right through the fire. The Jonin smiled, but he was shocked to say at least. Well, I'm facing a Hyuga. I must say, it will be an honor to kill you. Naruto smiled as he then put his sword back into the hilt as he went into a Hyuga stance. Let's see how you deal with this, said Naruto as he rushed at the man with top speed. With Anko. Anko wasn't having much trouble in her fight, but her opponent was quite good. They weren't Jonin level, but they knew what they were doing. Damn witch, stop moving around and fight, the woman said to Anko. Anko smirked as she dodged another punch. Don't know what the promotion for the Sound Village is, but it is obvious that you're not at my level, Anko said. You might think that you're a Jonin, but you're nothing. You're just a low-level Chunin, Anko said as she vanished and appeared behind the woman and knocked her in the back of the head, knocking her out. As Anko turned as she was ready to assist Kakashi in his fight, but then she backed up, seeing that he didn't need it. With Kakashi, the man was using Earth style. He was one of the stone Jonins. As Kakashi was dodging, the man ended up creating two Earth hands from the ground and grabbing Kakashi's ankle. He then created a box around Kakashi, a Earth box, as he started to crumble his hand together. As the box started to get smaller and he squeezed his hand, as he thought that Kakashi was dead. Couple of Konohas come, he said. Suddenly, before he could react or do anything, a lightning blade was pierced right through his chest. That wasn't me, Kakashi said. You were only facing off against a clone. The man then coughed up blood as Kakashi pulled back his hand. It doesn't matter if you defeat me here. Konoha will fall. No one can save you, the man said as he dropped on the ground, coughing out blood until his eyes rolled back. Anko then walked up to Kakashi. You okay, Kakashi? Anko asked as he gave a small eye smile and then nodded. You go back to Kurenai and see if she needs help. If there is any reinforcements, I will go and find Kiba and Haku. Anko nodded as the two went to separate routes. With Haku and Kiba, they didn't really need help as Haku ran through hand sign as ice spikes came from the ground and pierced right through the man's feet, stucking him in the same position. My turn, said Kiba. Get Suga! As him and Akamaru were spinning, they crashed into the man. Kakashi then joined them. You alright? He asked the both of them, as the both of them nodded. Back with Naruto. Well, I guess it's time to end this, Naruto said, as he took out both lightning and fire sword. But before he could rush at the man, suddenly strange markings started to engulf his skin. A purplish chakra swirled around him, as the others didn't want to enter the fight unless Naruto needed their help because they didn't want to give away their position if the guy had more reinforcement. Naruto kept his gaze at the man, but he then widened his eyes when the man disappeared. But Naruto then ducked as the man appeared beside him and swung his hand to chop Naruto right in his skull. But Naruto was fast enough to dodge. Meanwhile, Anko saw this. She rubbed her curse mark. The man then got the upper hand on Naruto as he slammed Naruto in a tree. Naruto got up and the man kicked him in the face, sending him flying back as Naruto slammed into a wall. Kiba and Haku seated in anger as they readied their weapons to take revenge on the man for hurting Naruto. But Kakashi stopped them. Kakashi-sensei, I can't allow my best friend to get killed. Move, said Kiba in an angry tone, but Kakashi didn't flinch. Kakashi wanted to see it, the underlying potential that Naruto possessed, the thing that made him stand out from everyone else. Kiba, Let's trust Naruto here, Kakashi said. This is his first mission as a leader. Just give him the benefit of the doubt. Kiba gritted his teeth, but he then kneeled back down and watched. Naruto got up as the man asked, "What is it? Am I too fast for you?" "Ah, kid," the man said. "Naruto," said Kurama in his head, "you can't give up here. I don't want to lose you to anyone. Someone else don't want to lose you as well." As Naruto lifted up his head, as he saw Kasumi in front of him, as she was fighting the man so he wouldn't get near to Naruto. "I won't let you hurt Naruto," Kasumi said, as she sent a kick to the man's face, but the man grabbed her leg and countered as he slammed his fist into her stomach, sending her flying back and slamming into a tree. Naruto's anger rose as the man started to walk towards him, as he then saw Kasumi get up and walk in front of him again, despite she was still in pain. "Kasumi, stay down! Don't fight!" Naruto yelled, but she didn't listen as she charged at the man. The man cursed as Kasumi used the Getsuga and slammed her head into his chest, making the man curse out even more. As she huffed, she wasn't used to fighting in her human form, and simple taijutsu was making her really exhausted. But she wouldn't make Naruto die or get hurt, because she don't know how to use simple human taijutsu. She turned her head to Naruto and smiled and walked over towards him to help. "Naruto, are you okay?" Kasumi asked him. But she was close, but she didn't make it, as the man appeared and grabbed her throat. Kasumi gritted her teeth as she felt her windpipe get crushed. Naruto quickly got to his feet. "This cursed seal is amazing. You said you were a namikaze, boy. You're really pathetic, and to think that I actually feared you for a second." The man then snapped his fingers and let out a burst of sound wave as Naruto covered his ears. "What do you think about my Kekkei Genkai? It allows me to turn any fast movement into a high-pitched noise. I bet you must be suffering, but not as much as her." As Kasumi was in worse pain, as she could hear everything with her sensitive ears and the sound was much louder. Naruto rushed at the man as the man simply kicked Naruto away as Naruto slammed back into the wall as he squeezed Kasumi's throat even more. As Naruto turned as his Sharingan blazed in anger as Kiba turned to Kakashi. "Damn it, Kakashi-sensei, how much longer?" But Kiba looked at Kakashi and saw that Kakashi was focused on the fight. Kiba just dashed past everyone as he rushed to Naruto. Naruto widened his eyes at Kiba as he watched his best friend got near to the man. "Getsuga!" Kiba shouted as he came down in a spinning fury, but the man simply sidestepped. The man then snapped his fingers as Kiba dropped on the ground, holding his ears. The man then grabbed Kiba by the back of the head and slammed his head down into the ground. "It's all too easy, kid. So much for the leader. I am sure that your other friends abandoned you when they saw this. That's all I can think when I don't see anyone helping you, other than this mutt and this witch." As Naruto here covered his eyes, as no one could see Naruto's eyes at the moment, while Kakashi, Anko, and Kurenai, and Haku all narrowed their eyes in anger at the man's insult. But none of them didn't move. "Come on, Naruto, show him he's wrong. Make him regret everything," Kakashi mentally said, while the man picked up Kiba by the throat and walked up to Naruto. "You know, I glanced at your team and you had a good-looking woman with purple hair. She will fetch a healthy cash in the slave trade. Maybe I'll look for her and have some fun and have my way with her. Then I will sell her off. Heck, I might even sell this dog girl right here. There are even some guys who will buy her for a lot of money." As the man was still holding on to Kasumi as she was gasping, Naruto's Sharingan then started to twist and turn. "It made me wonder how you even last this long. Well, it was fun, kid, but I have to deal with things. But I guess I'll have some fun before I kill you. as the man pulled in Kasumi as he reached close to her face. Naruto then snapped as red chakra started to leak from his body as the Kyuubi knew that Naruto has snapped and there was no holding him back right now. Naruto stood to his feet in front of the man as his eyes were bleeding. Kakashi gasped with Anko and Kurenai, but Haku was confused by the new set of eyes that Naruto possessed. Kakashi, what is with those eyes? They seem so different from the Sharingan, Haku said, while Kakashi was speechless. Anko and Kurenai turned to him, while Kakashi explained even though he was still shocked. It's the next level of the Sharingan. It is called the Mangetyo Sharingan. It allows the wielder control over time and space, bending it to his will. And the other with judgment of black flames that people claim are from hell. Only 2 people I know unlock it. There is Itachi Uchiha and Madara Uchiha. To think Naruto achieved this, as Kakashi didn't want to mention his, so he didn't speak of it. But Kakashi, don't you have to kill your best friend to get that level? Anko asked while Kurenai nodded. Yes, said Kakashi, but Naruto seemed to be different. I don't know if it's the trauma of seeing us threatened by his words, but somehow Naruto awakened the Mangetyo Sharingan. One thing I will say is that man will die, no doubt, Kakashi said as he looked back at Naruto. As Naruto started to walk up to the man with a dead look on his face as the man dropped both Kiba and Kasumi, as Naruto said to the both of them, don't worry, I won't let him hurt you anymore and I will make him pay, Naruto said as he looked at the man. You threaten my loved ones, plan to rape them and sell them off. I will never forgive you for that, Naruto said as the man started to laugh. Alright then, show me what you got. I will end you right now, the man said. As he charged at Naruto, Naruto closed his eyes as the blood slowly leaked out. Die, Naruto yelled as he opened his eyes, as the man was covered in black flames. As the man started to scream out, as the flames started to engulf his entire body. Ah, get them off! What kind of jutsu is this? The man screamed as he was being burned alive. After a few seconds, the man dropped on the ground as he went silent. Naruto then felt a pain in his eye as he then covered it, his right eye. The black flames then vanished as Naruto dropped to his knees as he covered his eyes as everyone rushed towards him. Naruto, are you alright? Kakashi asked. Not really, Kakashi-sensei. My eyes are killing me. Not to mention, I think I put too much chakra into that technique, Naruto said between heavy breaths. Kakashi slowly leaned Naruto up against a tree as he chuckled. He didn't open his eyes. Well, he couldn't. He tried, but something demanded that he kept his eyes closed. Kyuubi, why can't I open my eyes? Naruto whispered as the mental link was created. You seal now, she said as she caught the connection. As Naruto gulped as he went in the mindscape. Naruto arrived as he looked around for the Kyuubi, but suddenly she appeared as she gave him a hard slap across the face. As Naruto stood his guard so he didn't fall over. As she was crying, Naruto widened his eyes. Kyuubi? He asked. As she turned around, showing her back to Naruto, as Naruto rubbed his cheek. As he knew she was pissed, he let his emotions control his actions again and he could get killed that way. But he still survived and he simply wanted to protect his comrades. I am sorry, Kyuubi. I didn't have an excuse for what I did, but I had to make him pay. I couldn't live with the thought of him doing that to the ones I love. I'm sorry, he said as she then turned around and jumped on him and started to kiss him. Naruto was taken back by the action, but he quickly got into it. After a moment, the both of them break as they got up for air. So, Kyuubi, do you forgive me? Naruto asked, as she then closed her eyes and smiled and poked him in the forehead. Idiot, of course I do. as she then jumped on him again as the two continued their makeout session as the both of them roll on the grass. After around 20 minutes of an intense makeout session, the both of them leaned up against a tree as Naruto apologized again. "It's alright, Naruto, I understand your reasons. I just don't like how you handle it." Well, it got better in the end anyway. As Naruto then went back to the problem, "So Kyuubi, why can't I open my eyes right now?" The Kyuubi then sighed. "Naruto, you achieved the next level of the Sharingan, the Mangetyo Sharingan, and you use a technique. It is called the Amateratsu, which causes black flames to engulf anyone you place them on, and it will not go out no matter what you do. Only time it will is when it burns the thing alive that you place it on. They are like flames from purgatory. They can't be quenched or die unless you have perfect control over it. There is also a technique called the Tsukuyomi. It grants you control over time and space as long as you wish. It is considered one of the best genjutsus in the world. It is unbreakable except for people with the Sharingan. The last technique, well, I won't spoil it because you will love it when you use it. However, this power has a price. You will go blind from overuse of it, but it can become perfect by getting the eternal Mangetyo Sharingan. But right now you don't have to worry about it. I will heal your eyes and slow the process of blindness down," the Kyuubi explained as Naruto nodded as he felt his friends calling him. "Alright, thank you again, Kyuubi," Naruto said as he waved goodbye and then left. Outside of the mindscape, Naruto slowly opened his eyes. It still hurt, but at least they were opened. "Alright guys, we're done now. Let's go and get some rest. It seems like no one else is coming." As they all went to the nearest town, which was only 15 minutes away, inside of the town street. As they all went to an inn. "Alright, I will put us up for the night and get us a good meal to eat," Naruto told them all. As all of them nodded as they entered the hotel, Naruto went to the front desk to enter, while the others dropped their things and sat in the chairs. "Hello, can we have some room please?" The woman nodded and told Naruto about the rooms, but he didn't really care as he got 6 keys. "Alright everyone, we will stay here for tonight and return to Konoha tomorrow. Let's go," he said as he gave everyone their key. Anko and Kuronai were in one room, Kiba, Naruto, and Kasumi were in another, and Haku and Kakashi were in the other. As Kasumi was on the bed as she was smiling, seeing that she was having a good dream, Naruto was happy, as he then groaned as Kiba caught this. "What's up, Naruto?" Kiba asked. Naruto sat on the bed calmly as he rubbed his hand through his hair. "Nothing really. It's just that I should be able to beat that guy. I know in the end I did, but you and Kasumi got hurt during the process. If I just went all out at the start, I would have defeated him. It just showed that I'm not ready to lead," Naruto said. Kiba raised her eyebrow and then grinned. "Well, anything can happen on a mission, I guess, but I certainly didn't expect that guy to have so much power. After he used that weird curse mark seal thing, he got so much more power." "But you won in the end," said Kiba. "I think that is all that matters," Kiba said as he smiled. "Whatever man," Kiba said. "I'm going to bed." As Naruto got up, "Where are you going?" Kiba asked. "Oh, I'm just going to get some water, then I will go to bed as well." As Naruto exited the room, then looked as he saw Kuronai and Anko room light out, and Kakashi and Haku's room light out as well. "Looks like my wallet is safe, and no one wants to eat," Naruto said. "Well then, I guess I'll go get a drink." As he left the hotel and started to walk around the town, he saw the various lights before stopping in front of a random bar. It really wasn't his custom to drink, well, anything that was alcohol, but he wondered if most leaders did this when they got through a rough mission. He didn't really care, so he just shrugged his shoulders and then went inside. Naruto saw various people that arranged from shinobi and villagers. Naruto then sat down as he saw a woman with red hair, but he didn't see her face as a bunch of people crowded around her. When he turned back his head, a man was in front of him with a big smile on his face. "Hey kid, aren't you a little bit young to be here?" Naruto just scoffed as he pointed to his headband. "Hey, I'm old enough to kill, so I'm old enough to take a few shots of liquor. Besides, you need my money, don't you?" Naruto asked. The man's eyebrow twitched, but he then patted Naruto on the shoulder. "That is true, kid. I like your style." "What do you want?" he asked Naruto. "Just give me a bottle of a liquor that is not so strong and a saucer," Naruto said to him. The man nodded and went, as Naruto thought to himself, as he said it a bunch of times, that he didn't like people who just went to a bar and drink. But look what he's doing. He was such a hypocrite. After about 10 minutes, the bottle and saucer were brought to him, as Naruto poured some of the liquor and then took a drink. It wasn't strong, so it didn't really do anything, as he then heard the Kyuubi chuckle. "I never pegged you for a drinker, Naruto," the Kyuubi said, as Naruto shrugged his shoulders. "Hey, you can let me out," the Kyuubi said, "and you can talk to me, so no one will think that you're insane." Naruto nodded as he told the man that he would be right back and then left. As after 3 minutes he came back with the Kyuubi, her arms wrapped around him, as too many guys were staring at her, and it kind of pissed him off, as the Kyuubi smiled, seeing that Naruto was jealous. "Holy cow, kid, where did you get a babe like that?" the guy asked him, and Naruto rolled his eyes, as Naruto found it funny when he heard lots of guys grumbling about him and his luck. The Kyuubi took a seat next to Naruto, as Naruto replied, "She's been with me for a long time, and she's all mine," Naruto said, with a sound of possession in his voice, making the Kyuubi blush. "Hey kid, it's all good," the man said. "You can have her. I'm not going to hate on your girlfriend." As Naruto just snickered. Soon, the red-haired woman that was getting hit on by all of the guys came over as she sat beside the empty seat right beside Naruto, as she had her head covered, the only reason you could tell if she had red hair, because the cover didn't go all the way and simply let some of her hair out. She then gazed at Naruto as she inspected him for something. "Aren't you a bit too young to be here?" she asked, as Naruto could have done two things right then. He could have ignored her and go about his business, or he could talk to her, but he didn't like to be rude, so he spoke. "Technically, no. I have my headband, so I am an adult. Still, I have sense not to drink what all of you guys drink and get wasted," Naruto said, while the woman laughed. "I suppose that's a good point. Because when people drink, they don't take no for an answer," as she then turned and Naruto turned as well, as all of the guys that were hitting on her was knocked out. Naruto's sweat dropped as he turned back at the woman. "I didn't know that you were the violent type," Naruto said as the woman shifted in her seat. "Well, I'm not," as she then turned her gaze to his sword and looked at it and raised her eyebrow. "I see you have two swords. Do you study Kenjutsu of any kind?" Naruto turned at her as he took another sip of his sake. He noticed she has a sword also. It was the same size of his, but it wasn't like it at all. "Yeah, I am. But I am not a master, but I can give anyone a run for their money." The woman smiled as she ordered a bottle as well, since she and Naruto were having a conversation, as Kyuubi simply watched the conversation unfold. But she felt something big was going to happen sooner or later, and she didn't want to miss it. Naruto and the woman talked for about an hour, and they were doing good so far. She told him that she was from Konoha and she left because of some problems. Naruto then told her about the early years of his life and the rejections by most people, as she was pissed at the thought of no one looking after him. It calmed his heart that she thought that, but he already told her that he still had people in the village who cared about him very much. After another long session of talking, she then asks, "Are you sure it's good for you to be up this late?" She said out of nowhere. Naruto scoffed and looked at his half-empty bottle and then turned to Kyuubi. As Kyuubi was still wide awake as ever, she claimed that she didn't need much sleep as most people. "I'm fine," said Naruto. "I am used to staying up later than this. Besides, my team and I finished our mission, so I'm going to head back to Konoha tomorrow, and I am going to get permission from Gigi to look for my mother. My father left a note, and he said that she was alive, so I'm going to find her and bring her home with me," Naruto said as his eyes gleamed with confidence. The woman then asked Naruto another question. "So, who is your mother?" "Maybe someone here has seen her," she said to him. Naruto took out the note and glanced it over. "Well, her name is Kushina Uzumaki. My father said that she's alive," Naruto responded. The woman then started to fall backwards when Naruto grabbed her and steadied her back on her seat. "Are you okay?" Naruto asked, as the woman was speechless. As Naruto shaked her shoulder, "What's wrong?" As then, the woman launched onto Naruto and hugged him, as if she was squeezing him to death. "You're alive! How? How?" she screamed out. But guys, I'm gonna be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to be posted. Remember to share to all of your friends on your social media platform. And go on ahead and check out Naruto, the God of Shinobi, on my second channel. And after this, I'm going to be posting what if Naruto went back in time. So remember to enjoy that. But for now, I'm out. Peace.